close game. I'm looking forward to this. I could see it going the distance. Obviously, we will play all 3 maps, but we are live. qut0n told me that his profile picture was a hockey player. Means nothing to me. And the big Sapphiros has already took his head clean off with his dog shit crosshair. Absolute filth, this crosshair. Absolute filth. A monstrosity, you could say. Not only is it just a dot, it's fucking pink. And I've got a pink purple crosshair, but I've got the full thing. Do you know what I mean? This is awful. Hey, whatever works for him. And so far it is on 8 HP. Takes second play now. I wouldn't go as far as say the T crosshair's better. I think the dot might have it beat. I said to you guys, Sapphiros is some clean fucking aim, dude. I said it to you. He's got some clean aim. Where he choked. I feel like he chokes a little bit. He's definitely got some skill to him. I don't think AWPing was his strong suit, though. So, he might take the rifles, but we'll see what happens afterwards. qut0n with his first kill. Oh, that's clean. That's fucking clean. He's got the butterfly knife tiger tooth. That's got to cost a pretty penny, by the way. What people also don't account for when you're doing the duels is it's not just about how good your aim is when you're on like a bot server or something. Or in a deathmatch where there's no pressure and people aren't watching you. It's different when you're actually in a 1v1 and there's pressure. You know, some people that may be off the server or god tier, when they get on there and the pressure's on, they crumble a little bit, you know? I'd say it's just about as much mental strength as it is ability level. R8 1v1. Bruh. Bruh. You couldn't pay me to pick that gun up. Looking a bit sketchy for qut0n, I'm not gonna lie. He's had a rough start, but he could still pull it back. He could still pull this back. It's not over just yet. There we go. Yep, first to 16. On all 3 maps. Right now, Sapphiros is definitely impressing me, though. This would certainly catapult him up. If he were to win this, it would catapult him up. It is triggering me that qut0n has the easy friends, so I feel like we should dock him, like, you know, 6 or 7 rounds. So he's got 0 still. But, other than that, it's been a pretty decent showing. Can you get 3 Mac to arrange it? Jesus Christ. The duel where whoever wins, we all lose. Okay. Now, I feel like Sapphiros against me, when I started to actually wake up and started to hit shots, I don't want to say he choked, but I definitely feel as if he maybe felt the pressure a little bit. So now that qut0n's starting to like bring this back, I want to see if Sapphiros can stand and deliver still, or if he's gonna have a bit of a choke. Yeah, that's why we're going to play all 3 maps. If someone is like an actual AWPer, gives him a chance. That's a rough fight. That's a rough one. Sapphiros is a bit too chaotic with that. I think qut0n said he is supreme with 3,000 hours and face it like 6. And Sapphiros, I don't think plays much matchmaking in face it. I think he said that he was like Legendary Eagle when he played a lot, but as I said to you guys when I played against him, I came out of that thinking, like, this guy's got some serious aim on him. He's not a bad player at all. Which I think we're seeing here, like, he's got some snappy aim on him. Nice spray control. He's just about keeping himself in this, qut0n, but he's got 2 more rounds to play with. Will we actually have an overtime? I think you can see, like, the difference in playstyle between these two. Sapphiros is, like, really chaotic, very flick-heavy. Like, his sensitivity is really high. His movement's not amazing. qut0n's movement is much better. If you look at his, like, strafe peeking and things. But Sapphiros just has that snappier aim, like, straight up. You see, qut0n's, like, trying to take shots and then dart back in, shots and then back in. And Sapphiros just stands his ground. He's like, what's up? Straight to the head. So map 1 goes to Sapphiros. 16-12. Impressive work. He will take first blood. It was a close one. Yeah, there were a couple of moments there where I thought qut0n was going to get straight back into it. But to be fair to Sapphiros, he held his ground and my game just crashed, so that's awesome. So we'll try and load it back up again. Love to see that. We'll have to arrange it at some point, Andy. So next up is AWP. It's all about the AWPers. So from what I remember about Sapphiros on the AWPing against me, he had some good aim, but I feel like he didn't quite keep up the pace. I think he struggled a little bit, and AWPing's definitely not my strong suit. So I'm very curious to see how qut0n is AWPing wise. Okay, we've got an Alu wannabe over here, minus the balls out and all that good stuff. All right. He's even got the Alu sticker, the Ent stickers on his AWP. Although, to be fair, Sapphiros has been caught out of position twice. We haven't really seen the two of them fight off against each other. Like, prolonged shots, you know? Now that qut0n's been spotted, maybe this is where Sapphiros can show him the business. Nice. What is that picture from Sapphiros, by the way? Is that like a wizard? What even is that? Sapphiros playing full rap mode. It looks like he's got fucking 50 sensitivity. What is going on here? Straight up twitching. Oh, no, no. I think we're seeing that qut0n has the... maybe the more passive... Mate. Jump shooting while aiming down sight. Good luck. Oh no. How is he still alive? Oh, this is the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. This is the worst I've ever seen. Oh, Sapphiros. Mate! What's he doing? Oh no. I know Sapphiros was really down on himself after the duel with me. He really wasn't happy with his performance in the opening. I respect that the two of them are getting really aggressive though. Like they both decided we're just gonna keep pushing middle. It might not be pretty. Oh, is that a tag? Well, I think we found that qut0n might be an AWP main. Maybe the rifle's not quite his strong suit. Nice shot, Sapphiros. He's just about keeping himself in. This is almost the polar opposite of the first map, where Sapphiros started really well, built up a big lead. qut0n just about held on, and then at the end proved to be too big. I don't think the lead was this vast though for Sapphiros and the rifles. I think 8-3 is the biggest lead that we see. Oh dear. Oh dear. I will never understand why some of you rats go into the heist and don't drop 1,000 into it when you have like 80k or more. Absolute plebs. Alright, Sapphiros can bring this back to 9-6. Game's on. The game is certainly back on. He has to hold his nerve though. He's making some odd decisions. 10-5 half time to qut0n. After conceding the rifle round. It was close towards the end, but to be honest, Sapphiros never really looked like he was going to lose that. I think he led the entire time. qut0n's really turned it around in the second map. And then obviously Pistols is up next. Nice. Oh no, why does he have two different AWPs? Why has he got the Phobos on one side and whatever the hell that travesty was on the first side? qut0n seems like a pretty damn capable AWPer to me. There's been some awkward fights, don't get me wrong. But he can land a good old flick. Don't even talk about... Was it the Safari Mesh? Mate, it looked garbage. It just looked butt cheeks. Oh no, Sapphiros. Sapphiros, get your fucking head back on. You're one map up. This isn't over. Get your fucking head back on, Sapphiros. You up, Sanjun? Bruh, don't give Valve any ideas. Is this the start of a miraculous comeback? 14-7. 14-8. Is this where he starts to pick up the pieces? Oh. What is qut0n doing, mate? Why is he jumping around like a fanny with the AWP? And why is it working for him? There's no justice in the world. 15-9. Not over just yet. I'll be joining Rich and Sam on election night. I doubt they'd want me on. Like, I don't really have any like strong political feelings. I think it's all bullshit. So, map 2, the pain train. Accurate description of qut0n as he runs straight through Sapphiros. It's 1-1. This is the closest duel that we've had, guys. They've traded maps. Both maps have been close in parts, but I think it's safe to say, why is my game crashing after each fucking load of the map? That's really annoying me. Why is it doing that? Stop it. So both maps have been very, very sort of one-sided in parts, but it's gone both ways. So it sets us up nicely for the pistol round. Apparently qut0n's also crashed, so I do wonder if it's the server just being a meme. So he'll be coming back on in a second. So, Sapphiros with the rifle, it was what, 16-12? And then we had, what was it, 16-9, I want to say, were the AWPs. And now the pistols. It all comes down to this, guys. The pistol round is afoot. Now, Sapphiros, in the pistols, had a rough time. As did I, to be honest. It felt like the reg was dog shit, but I'll just put it down to us both being bad. I definitely didn't play well in that duel, for sure. But the pistols were, I would say, where Sapphiros and I both struggled the most. So we'll have to see if he's been working on this pistol game. I have no idea what to expect from qut0n. If he is a primary AWPer, typically AWPers have pretty good pistols because you rely on them quite a bit. So this may very well favor. We shall see. Both players are ready, so we'll be jumping into the arena shortly. There we go. Thanks again to Speckles, by the way, for being behind the controls. Let's get it on. So, a place up for grabs in contender spot. Nice shot from Sapphiros. Just going to calm the nerves a little bit. Get that confidence building again after that hammering on the AWP's map, but he's instantly been wrecked. He's instantly had himself a headshot. I think that's just Sapphiros' I think that's really his aiming style, dude. Like, he is a bit all over the place, but he clearly has good hand-to-eye coordination. Because typically people with this, like, chaotic aim don't have great aim, and they're down, like, super low ranks. But I think if Sapphiros, like, played more Counter-Strike, he'd actually be a really solid player. It seems very apparent to me he doesn't play much CS, but he has natural aim. That makes sense? Whereas qut0n, again, I said this in the rifle rounds. qut0n's movement is a lot more deliberate, it's a lot more smooth, but he doesn't have that snappy aim that Sapphiros does. Or at least we're not seeing it today. It's been a bit awkward. It's been a bit awkward of a fight, this one. I think we're poised for a very, very close pistol game here, you know. He's even got the stat tracker Ryan. He's got all the skins, but does he have enough skill to win this game? Nice. The next up is Danny against qut0n, guys. So we'll be jumping into that right after this. If you haven't already, make your predictions on Danny and qut0n. Ooh. Oh, we're just doing a flat 5k per correct prediction, dude. Because, I mean, when it comes to the predictions, there's not that many options, right? So, it's not going to be completely out of question that not everyone, but some people get 3. qut0n's starting to take the lead, and this is the kind of situation where Sapphiros struggled a little bit. He struggled against me when the pressure was on. Now keep in mind he won the rifle. So he had that 1-0 next to his name, and since then it's all been qut0n. The AWP was pretty brutal in part. Could have honestly been a lot more one-sided. Surely Sapphiros couldn't be to his right. He would have had to have teleported. He actually was. That must have been like a split-second timing thing that worked in his favor. Let's have a look at Sapphiros' perspective with this god-awful crosshair. Oh, is this alt? Oh, okay, I see. I see. I mean, he does have the wizard picture, right? So, it's only fitting. Actually ran out of ammunition almost. That's how many bullets have whiffed. There we go. Ooh, I feel like qut0n... I'm going to ask him after this. I feel like in the rifles, he was nervous. You know, people speak a big game. Not that qut0n does, actually. It's pretty chill. But people speak a big game. But when you get in front of, like, some viewers, and you know that everyone's watching, and every single miss you do is going to have keck W's and lols and shit like that behind it, it does add pressure. And some people don't really rise to the occasion. It takes them a little bit to get used to it. I think qut0n in the rifle rounds, especially for that first 6 or 7 kills, especially with Sapphiros and like how chaotic and aggressive he is, I'm not sure qut0n was ready for it. As the game goes on, I think qut0n's like settling in a little bit more. It's Alu's ult. Just imagine that. I'm actually Alu. A shot from Sapphiros. Just one round in it. It felt like this pistol was a lot more one-sided in favor of qut0n, but Sapphiros has been flying under the radar. Ooh! That's a spicy tap. There's the flick aim I'm talking about, guys. Sapphiros has that in his locker. I'm not sure that qut0n does. Oh, no. Oh, Sapphiros. After a spicy one tap, you go and do that. You go and do that, Chief. Oh, no. How are neither of them dead there? Could we just check the magazines, make sure there's no blanks in these? The fuck? What HP? They're both super low. 10 against 4. Next bullet seals the deal here, boys. And it'll be Sapphiros with the headshot. 10 to 10. Ice in his veins, guys. Bullets in his brains. Uh-oh, Sapphiros. 2-round lead for qut0n. The Finn edging ahead now. 4 rounds away from the W. It's been an incredibly close game. 3 kills ahead. He's stringing the headshots together. This has definitely been the best duel that we've had. It's been the closest duel that we've had, I think, to date. It's going to be very interesting to see which of these two not only takes this game, but how far they can get towards the title. That's first dualism. True, actually, yeah, it was. It was pretty close. I feel like this is maybe a bit closer, though. Even though the scoreline may not suggest it, I think there's been so many fights that could have gone either way. Nice, Sapphiros. Big headshot. Keeps himself in this. I'm not sure. I feel like he could have pulled it back from 14-10. The heart rate has to be building up here. The adrenaline surging for the two players. Ooh. Mate, Sapphiros just now and again comes out with these fucking spicy one-taps, man. Just out of nowhere. And then the next round he'll spray like all 12 bullets and miss them all. Constantly reposition. Yeah, because if, especially in USP rounds, if they can just keep their if they can keep their crosshair in one spot and they know you're going to peek into it, it's much more likely they just land it, you know? So I think repositioning is definitely worth it in pistols, especially. 14-12. Sapphiros needs this. He needs this kill. He desperately needs this. I'm not sure he can battle back 3 rounds in a row if he loses this one. Uh-oh. 3 match points. qut0n is on the precipice. And he's done it. The Finn battles back from losing the rifle rounds. He pulls it back to take it 2-1. And he jumps up the contendership towards dualism's title. Sapphiros gave a really good account of himself again. His rifles were very impressive. But he was a little bit weak when it came to the AWPs. And then ultimately, the pistols proved to be too far.